There are so many days where I question if I'm on the right career path. Days when I feel like everyone got the manual to being an adult except me. I am going to turn 25 this September and I don't know why, but I'm freaking out. And I don't know why 25 has always felt like such a significant age in everybody's life. And I definitely feel what people refer to as a quarter-life crisis. And even though I see all these videos where people are talking about how Rachel from Friends and Ted from How I Met Your Mother and every other main character from a sitcom has always been around this age when the series starts and they grow up, it still doesn't feel like I'm doing enough. When I was 18, 25 always felt like it was such a huge number. I always wondered what my life would be when I would be 25. I thought that I will have a house, I'll have such a great career, maybe have some kids. And I also thought that I would wake up every single day knowing what I was supposed to do with my life. I would be confident, I would have all my routines together, and lastly, I would know who I was. And somewhere along the way, I convinced myself that 25 was the deadline to becoming an adult. But here I am, a few months away from my 25th birthday, and if I'm being completely honest, I still don't have everything figured out. There are so many days where I question if I'm on the right career path, days when I constantly compare myself to all these people about my age. There are days when I wonder if I'm wasting my time. Days when I feel like everyone got the manual to being an adult except me. And maybe you felt it too. Maybe you have looked at LinkedIn and felt like everybody was getting promoted except you. Maybe you have opened Instagram and seen that one of your classmates has bought a house, is getting married, or even has a kid now. You would see someone traveling to a new place every month. You would see someone launching a new business, someone earning more money than you, and suddenly your own life starts feeling so small. I've done that, and that too way too many times than I would like to admit. But recently, I have decided to change something. I realized that I have waited such a long time for someone to believe in me. While I was constantly talking myself out of my own potential, whenever I had an idea, I would immediately think of 10 reasons why this wouldn't work. Whenever I wanted to post something, I would think that people are going to judge me. Whenever I wanted to start a new project, I would tell myself that somebody else can do it better. I became the biggest obstacle in my own life. And honestly, that's very heartbreaking if you think about it. Because imagine if somebody else talked to your own best friend like this. Will you tolerate it? No, right? You would never allow it. Yet we do it to ourselves every single day. I think that, you know what, I'm not good enough, I'm too late, I'm too old, there are already so many creators out there, what if people will laugh at me, what if I'm going to fail? But here's one thing that nobody tells you: you are already feeling all those dreams where you didn't even try. And that realization hit me so hard because I started looking back at life. How many opportunities had I lost because I had rejected myself before anyone else could? How many ideas did I have that never left the notebook? How many of my videos never got filmed? How many applications never got submitted? How many interviews did I not go to? Not because I wasn't capable, because I had already decided that I wasn't good enough. And I don't want to live like that anymore. So before I turn 25, I'm making a decision. I'm going to take myself seriously. That sentence, even though it sounds so simple, is going to change everything. Because taking yourself seriously doesn't mean that you're arrogant. It means that you're respecting your own dreams. It means you're showing up even though you don't feel like showing up. It means that you're showing up even when nobody's watching that you're showing up. It means treating your goals like they matter because they really do. And for years, I have waited for that confidence to magically appear. I have waited until I felt like I was ready. I have waited until I felt like I knew better. I have waited until I felt like I knew enough. I have waited until I felt like I look better. I have waited until I was less busy. I have waited until the timing was perfect. But that perfect never comes. And confidence isn't something that you're magically going to discover. It's something that you're going to build. It is something that I am going to build. Every promise that I'm going to keep for myself, every workout that I'm going to show up for, every book that I'm going to read, every video that I'm going to upload, every difficult conversation that I'm going to have with myself as well as others, and every rejection that I'm going to face, all these are going to be building blocks into this new person that I'm going to become. And every morning, I am going to choose that discipline over the excuses. And that is where confidence is going to come from. Not motivation, action. And I have also realized that every word that is going to leave your mouth is going to become your identity. Every day, I'm going to say that I'm not disciplined. I'm not going to finish this. I'm so unlucky. Eventually, I'm going to start believing those things and I am going to become those things. So, what if I changed my story? What if I started saying, I'm more disciplined? I'm learning. I can figure this out. I can keep promises to myself and I deserve opportunities. Maybe nothing will change overnight, but eventually I will become this person that I keep on describing. Because my mind is constantly listening to everything that I'm saying. The universe is constantly listening to everything that I'm saying. So this year, I'm going to speak to myself differently. Not because I want to fake positivity, but because I want my inner voice to become somebody that I would want to listen to who constantly supports me. If 25 is going to teach me something, it's going to be that I don't need a perfect life. I need a life where I stop getting in my own way, where I take my dreams seriously and I'm not constantly shrinking down to be a version of a person who everybody around me wants to be and not what I want to be. I'm somebody who my younger self would be proud of. So, if you're watching this and you are feeling like you're behind, I want you to know something. Your timeline isn't broken. You haven't missed your chance. You are not too late. You're not too old. And your life isn't over just because it doesn't look a certain way that you imagined it to look like when you didn't know better. And maybe your 20s aren't about arriving, maybe they're about becoming. And that's exactly what I'm choosing to do. So here's to 25, not as the age where I have finally figured out everything that I want to be, but where I have figured out that I can be whatever I want to be. And honestly, that's a much better place to begin with. And if you're still here, I would love if you could just subscribe to my channel, share it with anybody else who needs to listen to these things that I've talked about, and I'll see you in the next one.